Wicca Spells, A Beginner's Guide to Wiccan Spells. Written by Sarah Rhodes. Narrated by Grace Noble. Introduction. Welcome, Wiccan. Whether you are brand new to the craft, you've been practicing for a while, or you are just a curious bystander, we are so glad that you could join us. This is the second installment in our Wicca series, and this time we'll be focusing on Wiccan spells. From the best time to cast a spell to the different elements needed for the act of spellcasting, to writing your own spells, this book is your new go-to for all things magical. This book is all about spells, but before you go experimenting with magic, it's important to be aware of what it is you are practicing. We'll start off with some basics of the Wiccan religion, the history, what exactly Wiccans believe, how they practice, and so on. If you are a total newbie to the Wiccan faith, you might want to check out our first book, Wicca, A Beginner's Guide to Wiccan Magic, where we take a deep dive into the history of the religion and all things regarding modern Wicca. If you already know all of that, feel free to skip the first chapter of this book. We won't judge you. If you're somewhere in the middle, allow us to offer up a quick refresher with Chapter 1. The following chapters, 2, 3, and 4, will cover some of the key elements that go into the act of casting a Wiccan spell. Namely, these are the tools, the timeline, and the location. These chapters will help you to make sure you have all that you need, physically and mentally, to cast a spell. Chapter 5 is what we're calling a Wiccan cheat sheet. Here you'll find lists upon lists of materials, symbols, phrases, numbers, shapes, etc., as well as their corresponding properties and energies. Everything you need to be able to put your own spells together. And finally, we'll round off with a selection of spells that you can use in your own practice, or just refer to when you need some inspiration. These spells will cover love, luck, health, the home, and protection. A note on witches. Before we get into the history of the religion, let us just clarify something. Not all witches are Wiccans, and not all Wiccans are witches. Witches existed before Wicca was established, and a person can be a witch without subscribing to Wiccan ideals. There are also other pagan religions that do not deal with witchcraft or magic of any kind. People sometimes use the words Wicca, witch, and pagan interchangeably, but they are not the same thing. The word Wiccan was in fact only coined in 1954. So it is important to note that any study or mention of witchcraft before the middle of the 20th century is not directly related to Wicca. The two are of course linked, but they are not the same.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?